So you watched my video on how to get out of yellow ranks and smoked everyone that you came across. You've become a true GovXIV disciple. The thing is, you've now run into a new problem, Goryu. In Tekken 7, Vanguard was what many of us described as the wall. A rank where it feels almost impossible to get out of. A steep climb that you never seem to have the strength to overcome. In this game, Goryu is home to around 70% of the ranked player base. This is Tekken 8's wall, and it's gatekept by true demons like Dragunov, June, Azucena and Victor. Truly terrifying foes. But once again, GovXIV is here to save you, and I will guide you to where barely any mortal has gone before. But first, like, subscribe, comment, pray to the TMM shrine. Now let's get into it. Red ranks is a lot harder than yellow ranks. It's that simple. Yellow ranks you can cheese your way out of it. Red ranks, somewhat. The thing with red ranks is that you could be playing almost anyone. You could go up against a boosted Victor or a strong player who just so happened to be on one of their subs. Or God forbid, a pro player who's finally decided to pick up ranked. This means that Goryu is where you have to start to own your skills or face the prospect of being hard stuck. You've learned all of your character's basic stuff. You have a 10 frame punish, and you've picked up a consistent combo. What you need to do now is find your more niche moves that have very particular strong properties. For example, you're playing Steve. Up until this point you've just been spamming peekaboo pressure and back one. Well, as you go into the move list you will find out that these dodge moves are quite evasive and can potentially give great rewards. They're by no means spammable, but when used in the right situation can be very strong. These are the kind of moves I want you to look for. What you're aiming to do is further improve your offense one step at a time. Find one move, implement it into your games. Find another move, implement it, rinse and repeat. I usually play quick match to try and improve these things so that when I go into rank I'm back with a brand new arsenal, but you can do this however you want really. Something else that kind of ties into this is the use of flowcharts. A flowchart is a sequence of moves your opponent can't generally interrupt without a very specific counteraction that your opponent won't necessarily know unless your opponent has either seen the flowchart before or labbed your character. I would suggest coming up with a few. Remember last video when I suggested to pick up the most egregious string or move in your arsenal that you can use at any point to cheese a win? This is something similar but the more viable version. Red ranks is full of players who are playing on autopilot doing these, but this is not the way to use them. Using a flowchart to catch an opponent off guard occasionally will always end with big advantage. Some characters will tend to use these more often than not, like Nina and June, but it's good to have a few in your pocket, at least for these ranks. And just like last time, I'll tell you again, do not rely on flowcharts, they will fall off at some point guaranteed. The next thing is that you want to look at the most popular characters in this game, and you want to look at some of their best moves and you want to find ways to counter them. In this game, Dragunov, June and Victor are very popular characters that have some cheese that is very easy to deal with once you've labbed them for more than 5 minutes. You don't have to go into detail, you just need to find the most commonly spammed cheese and learn how to deal with them. Just simply following this step alone will get you out of red ranks. It's actually that easy, but slightly time consuming. Another thing that will give you a huge advantage in these ranks is basic movement. This isn't necessarily the most important thing to learn in red ranks, however this will give you a huge advantage in these ranks. Learning to Korean backdash decently will get you out of a large number of situations and create plenty of mistakes from your opponents, particularly in these ranks where players don't really have the best understanding of spacing and movement in general. You know, even just random sidesteps at these ranks can give you punishment opportunities. When you realize you can step Dragunovs while running too, you will instantly get free wins at the hands of Dragunov players who are clearly boosted. One final thing, and maybe the most important thing on this list, is learning how to break throws. This will give you an astronomical advantage, especially with the prevalence of throws in this game and how much that they were buffed. I personally cannot count how many games I lost just because I didn't have my throw breaks down. It's ridiculous, especially with how popular King and Dragunov are, two of the biggest throw abusers in this game. Even just learning to recognize the 1+2 break will do you well against most characters, as most characters do not have a full throw game, but most do have a 1+2 throw. But I think that's it. Congratulations on reaching red ranks. Now go smoke everyone in those ranks. I'll see you again in purple or blue ranks, I'm not sure yet. But until next time, Jin mains, don't think I forgot about how broken your character is. Video coming soon.